During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have my penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And another thing,
bullshit
no,
is
hey,
fucking bullshit.
I don't care, man.
You don't care. You don't give a shit about
care.
these kids.
You're faking it. Why don't you pray at home?
Go
you
fuck yourself.
You.
Anyway, no, we're kidding. How you doing? Welcome, guys. Everybody thinks we're breaking up.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks we're breaking up.
You know, just people don't understand. You know that. Forget right after the show. Right after the segment, when we went to break, we're like, oh, good first hour. Yeah, it was pretty good. And we went downstairs and got something to drink and we peed. It was great. Oh, you guys need to calm down. We get so angry.
Yeah, no, it's really, y'all are just fucking, you gotta relax a little bit. First of all, I can maintain a relationship with Royce. He's not a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
And we generate money together.
Yeah.
So, you know, like regular men, we're like, no, we're fine.
Yeah,
There's a couple of underlying foundations in this relationship. We'll be all right. It's not like he's not some bitch who doesn't cook and clean and just is around bitching at me. And I'm like, you know what? Go get out. What is this? Why are you here? Yeah, everybody's like, oh my God, they're totally on the. Like, yeah, dude, we went out to smoke yesterday. I was like, it was really good. It was the first hour. Oh, totally.
Yeah, this isn't the fucking IBS community. We're not gonna follow. We're not going to start doxing each other and fucking sending pizzas.
Yeah, pulling guns on people.
Yeah, exactly.
In fucking Clearwater. By the way, I just had to yell at Johnny Arcade. I love you, Johnny Arcade. I'm not knocking you. Don't take my fucking comments personally. So it's the thing. I got to do something with this mic because I have a choice between being heard and being able to see, or being heard or being able to see. But yes. Johnny Arcade made a video. They already warned that Chicago Bear guy, the David Walsh guy, and I've warned other people. He just made a video called Faggot Bear Strikes. And he's another Owen clip. And I just wrote on his comment, I know he's going to get butthurt because I don't have very good tact, but I wrote, when you make video titles like this, they eventually get auto-striked by the algorithm. You can be dumb if you want, but don't whine later and go, Owen's going after my channel. I'm like, you're going to do it to yourself.
Yeah,
and I know later on there's gonna be fucking Lissa and 4 other people are gonna, because he's gonna go cry to them, and then there's gonna be a whole meeting, and then 4 people are gonna come to me and go, he's being really mean to people, and I'm going, I don't care. It's just fucking everybody's. You're all your own fucking worst enemies, and then you're constantly like, Owen is personally striking my channel. Is he? Or are you writing faggot in a video title in 2019?
That'll get popped.
Probably gonna get you popped.
Yeah, no, that will definitely get popped. That's not...
Because the Chicago Bear guy that had the same thing. He made a video called Owen Benjamin was gonna kill all the black people. And fucking he goes, I don't understand, man. Owens must be going after my channel. And I'm like, no, if you make a video that says going to kill all of the
No
black
matter who
people,
you write, yeah.
the algorithm goes, what was that? It's literally like, picture the algorithm as this robot walking through the hallways, right? Overhearing things. So if you're like, kill all the black people, the robot goes, what?
Who got that recording from our house?
What was that? So, yeah, just, can you guys, like, stop being your own worst enemies? Because there's, like, so many instances where, and you'll see it, there are times where Royce and I will be like, yo, we're being censored right now, or this is happening, or this is completely intentional, that what they're doing. There are many other times where people go, you're being censored, and we're like, everybody calm down. We're probably not. These websites are riddled with coding errors and issues. There's all kinds of problems.
You don't want to be a fucking Crowder that every single day on Twitter you go, shadow banning's real, retweet and heart this.
Oh, 3
to
heart
prove it."
strikes. Yeah, when you're Jack Posobiec and you have to put a red X on Twitter next to your blue check mark to prove how shadow banned you are, it looks retarded. So, like, at least, conduct yourself in a way where at least when you do get in trouble, you are more likely to be able to believe, like, all right, they're coming after me.
And it'll help you get out of it if you appeal it, too. Like, there's no appealing putting faggot in the title. You're just not going to work. You're not appealing that later, you know? So, yeah, you're not helping yourself out, guys. I agree. Be smart. Here is a legitimate thing that calling out things that are bullshit. So you know on Twitter how there was that fake AOC press account?
Yeah.
Okay. Which, by the way, I think it was dumb. Whatever. Remember,
all that shit is corny, but
I get
whatever. You have a right to do it.
I get it. Well, but this is not what bothers me. Is this number one? And I know about this, and Mike, I'm sure you know too. If you have a parody account,
I've had 1 or 2 in my day.
You have to write parody somewhere in the description. That's the only rule, pretty much. And you can't copy paste. Like, if you do a fake Donald Trump one, you can't copy-paste all of Donald Trump's tweets. That's the only 2 rules, right? Well, they banned at AOC Press. Gone. Completely banned. Not gone. The account was gone. Which is pretty fucked up because, look, here it clearly says, I'm the boss, you mad bro, parody. It's a parody account, right?
It's parody in the fucking name of the Twitter account.
Yes. But they also banned the guy who was running it, his personal account. Gone. This guy named at Office of Mike, suspended. Now, this guy had legitimately like 60, 70,000 followers and, plot twist, Orthodox Jew, yarmulke, and everything.
Oh, so what? He'll get his shit back.
And they took that down in the net. And speaking of Posobiec had was running a Twitter account called, what was it? I think MAGA Freak Out or something like that. Basically what it did was it cataloged people attacking Trump supporters, right? Yeah. Gone. So they're just banning parody accounts. And I looked, there's at least 10 large following Trump parody accounts. AOC account, not allowed, gone. And the guy wrote parody. The guy did everything he needed to do, gone. And the weird part is they took his personal account away. And his personal account was neo-Connie Ben Shapiro shit. You know, it wasn't like, this guy was not an edgelord. They started to ban that too. So I don't know, man.
I mean, just let these websites become left-wing gab at this point. Because that's what they're doing.
No, you're right.
Pretty much what they're doing. You know, they're going to keep banning enough things that people are just going to eventually get tired of it and go, I don't want to do this anymore. It's, you know, I don't know what else is going to happen, but like, I don't follow any of these boomers, but if you're going to keep fucking kicking these boomers off, all the other boomers are going to leave eventually. And they're all going to go to Gab. And you know what's going to happen? Gab's going to become Gab's going to start evening out a little bit, and there's going to be a little bit less of the fucking 14 let's fucking kill these Jews. Like, you're going to start getting an influx of people on Gab, and it'll maybe even start sounding a little more normal.
Right.
Or at least less of the it's literally murdering Jews.
You need a lot of normal people to go in there, though.
Yeah,
to
dude,
balance
really the boomers.
To balance those scales.
And all boomers would do is flood it with QAnon people.
Yeah.
You got to trust the plan. Yeah, I don't look, man. I don't like the fact that we're still in 2019. People are going, bro. Can you believe the Twitter shut down? Yes, I very much believe it.
You know what bothers me the most?
And it sucks. I don't believe in it, but like, I wish we could attack these fucking companies and actually pressure our president to do something instead of what you guys do every weekend.
Exactly.
Which is write another blog and go, can you believe this? Yes, I can believe it.
Exactly. But that's what bothers, but that's what I was talking about this morning too. What bothers me the most is Trump keeps going, we're keeping an eye on you guys. Look at what you're doing. You're not doing anything. And I actually had a MAGA boomer try to defend it and go, well, legislation takes a while. 3 years he's been in office. Then my favorite part was, well, he's been locked down by this whole Russia thing, so he hasn't had no, shut up. Republicans have been sitting on their fucking hands. Sitting on their hands. And I think it's because of two reasons. One, those old fucks don't really use social media, so I don't fucking care. It doesn't affect them. They have an intern run their Twitter account. Doesn't bother them. Doesn't affect them. Secondly, these Facebook, Twitter, they all have monies. They all have lobby. They're all lobbying there. They all got money. They don't give a shit.
Their hands are tied.
Yeah. There's nothing they can. So now that's it. There's nothing they can do.
Oh,
but,
I saw this clip, man. Oh my god,
this is great.
This is one of the best bombs I've ever watched in my lifetime.
Yeah, so this is Zuckerberg at some sort of conference. Oh, hold on, sorry. Let me keep the sound here. All right.
Exactly have the strongest reputation on privacy.
There we go. All right, let's start this again, because you really have to enjoy this bomb.
I know that we don't exactly have the strongest reputation on privacy right now, to put it lightly.
That's a tough bomb. And by the way, he is not a human being. He's just not a human being at all. It's so funny when he tries to that. Did he think that was a funny joke? Did he think that people's privacy is a funny joke?
Well, I think that really, here's what's going on in his head. Activate joke protocol. Wait for laughter. Countdown. 5, 4, 3. Like, he doesn't. I don't think he thinks like he.
But that's the dude.
We should hear it again. We should hear it again because it's really funny. We should hear it again because it's really funny.
I know that we don't exactly have the strongest reputation on privacy right now, to put it lightly. But
That is a long. That was a long pause.
Huh?
And then he's gonna do. But seriously, folks.
Remember Cambridge Analytica? Huh? It's topical.
I'm committed to doing this well and to starting a new chapter for our products. Now we're working towards making end-to-end encryption and reduced permanence the default across all conversations. And when we do this across both Messenger and WhatsApp, we're going to enable more than 2 billion people around the world to have their most personal conversations with each other privately.
Unless you say something they don't like, and then you can't, like right now, I can't talk to my family on Messenger because I'm banned for 30 days.
Without having to worry about hackers, governments, or even us being able to see what you're saying.
Or even us. So basically, look, we know we've been doing this for a while. We've been reading your personal messages.
But we're going to stop.
We're going to stop. Now we're going to stop.
So we've been working on a major evolution to redesign the Facebook app to make communities as central as friends.
We're going to allow you to play music on your profile like MySpace.
We're going to bring back the alt-right. What?
Not only will we be allowing alt-right figures, we will be encouraging them and paying them to be on our platform. He just swerves the complete other way.
We are firing everybody at the company and hiring only people that were at Charlottesville. to enforce the new rules.
And good news, the dress code is polo shirts and khakis.
I want this more than anything. Can you please do this? That would be the great. Like, if you were just like, if I wanted to be, if I became like the richest man in the world overnight, that would be my goal. Would be to crash the world's economy by doing things like, yeah, I'm buying Facebook and I'm putting Charlottesville protesters in charge of the terms of service now.
Fucking
So they're the new all monitors. You just start being.
That would be awesome.
I would rubber band effect, just snap everything so back far right that it would be like normal people would be going, these right wingers are fucking out of control again. I know, it's hilarious. Shouldn't have fucked with us.
And they changed the logo to some sort of eagle holding arrows or something, or some
fucking pagan runes around it.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a look at what this is going to look like.
Looks exactly like Facebook.
It's got a much cleaner look and feel for the app.
It looks pretty much the same.
Yeah, you put a little fucking, change it a little bit. I don't. It's. There's only so much you could do with this app. Like, what are you innovating? Like, I understand like the iPhone or Android or Samsung. There's like, oh man, there's a new camera. There's so many more pixels, or the battery lasts twice as long. There's new stuff you could innovate,
or even software, games.
Yep.
Exactly. DLC. You get on this boat and you go to a whole new fucking island. You got a whole new game. But it's pretty nuts.
There's only, outside of some aesthetic changes, there's only so much you could do to this, right? Like, it's you talk to people, you look at news stories, and you laugh at cat memes. Like, that's what it is. What else do you need? And every time, remember when Facebook came out with their own phone? People forget about this, but Facebook had their own phone.
What a bomb that
and
was.
Their own launcher for Android. It was a complete bomb. Nobody ever used it.
Your private group's right at the center of the experience, and it's a
oh, good, in case you need an old typewriter.
Much lighter design overall. We are also rewriting the Facebook website completely from scratch.
How cool is that, guys? You excited?
No.
Nobody cares, Mark.
It will now be an Angel Fire site.
You understand, Mark, you peaked. It's downhill from here unless you acquire another company or something. Like, Facebook's going to just kind of plateau. And it's like, okay, well, there it is then. And then that's it. There's no new thing. There's no new horizon. Like, you understand the greatest excitement and thrills that you've ever felt in your life, they're all behind you now. Being in college and seeing your thing take off.
Not having to have sex with an Asian woman all the time.
Hyper-capitalism and blowing up and all this. That's all behind you now. Now you're a big bloated conglomerate with high labor costs. And over time, you're just going to kind of be there. That's
right.
And
you know what it is? It's like GE. Like, GE's been around for forever, right?
Yeah, no.
And there was a time when it's like, we're building industry.
No, but that's different because unlike them, GE
provides a useful service.
Actually makes things. They make phones. They make equipment. They make kitchen appliances. They make chemical weapons. I just want to make this clear. They make chemical and biological weapons.
I'm with you right now. Facebook should start making chemical weapons.
But what I'm saying is, like,
I'm with you.
You say whatever the fuck you want about, like, GE, it's a big bloated conglomerate, but they make things and sell them to fucking entities like the government. Like, they're not. They own fucking. GE owns actual satellites, like owned. Like we own that. It's ours. It's worth it. Like, fucking Facebook is literally just, I know what everybody's dick looks like. That's their big fucking claim to fame. Information. Facebook makes all their money because they know what your dick looks like.
Kevin says they make general electrical equipment. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. That helps.
Very, very knowledgeable.
Thanks. He's very smart.
No, clearly he knows a lot.
He just graduated. It's a pretty smart dude.
And redesigning it to make it much faster and cleaner.
Whoa. What are they wooing? I'm sorry.
About changing the website and making it faster.
Lighter design overall. We are also rewriting the Facebook website completely from scratch and redesigning it to make it much faster and cleaner as well.
By the way, that was such a prompted.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That was a handful of people wooing and then going like this. Hey, you fuck.
Woo.
You piece of shit. Woo. Make our fucking... No, that's what it was.
Yep.
It spread out from a group of guys going, fucking woo now. Clap. Motherfucker. The boss is fucking bombing up there. Our God Emperor is up there bombing and you're not even going to clap?
I can't wait for their new layout so it makes it completely difficult for me to find anything or any settings now.
Fucking
Everything's going to be changed.
$10 million a year they got to spend just to keep this idiot from not getting murdered.
Yeah,
you understand?
Isn't that nuts?
You understand how much money? I did a whole episode of Nightwave last night, a fine program here on YouTube, about billionaires and what are they so worried about? What are they so worried about? Why they all so afraid of getting
you're right.
murdered?
It's almost like they might be doing something.
Yeah, it's almost like they might be engaging in the sort of behavior that makes large groups of people want to murder them.
Yeah.
Weird, strange.
This one is coming a little later this year, but here's a preview of what it's going to look like. Overall, we've made it a lot easier to find and connect to the groups that you're going to be interested in. Much better suggestions, better browse and discover tools. There's a new groups tab that puts all of your communities in one place.
Unless that community is a white nationalist community or pretty much anything that we don't like.
Yeah, not a white national. Who cares about white nationalism? Even if it's just a group of people that like to post clown pictures of frogs.
Yeah, you can't have those. You're not allowed.
That's far right.
All right. You were telling me a little bit about...
I wouldn't even be mad if they had some sort of because I know some companies claim, and they're lying, to have sort of like a bipartisan panel of mods, but they won't even do that. Like, that's what's fucked up about this. This whole thing could be solved. All these companies could have their problem solved if they just hired a couple of right-wingers and went, look, we're gonna have each time something political gets fucking brought into question, we're gonna have a group of people that look over the more offending posts or the more disputable posts, and we'll have them battle it out and they'll vote on it. But they don't even do that. It's just a bunch of fat girls with armpit hair that are just like hate you,
Yep.
hate you, strike, and it's whatever.
And that is what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. You're the one that told me about this that airline that went down and was on fire and people were getting their luggage.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
This is
I got
fucked.
the story. Yeah, check it out.
Images of plane crash survivors walking away from a burning wreck, bags in hand, has prompted worldwide anger and disbelief. 41 people on board the Russian superjet were killed when it burst into flames at Moscow airport. But aviation experts believe those ahead condemned to death the passengers behind them by stopping to collect their carry-on luggage.
Yeah, and I saw
Unbelievable.
and that was a picture I saw. By the way, that was a piece of news that I got from a white nationalist group. It was just a guy that I know who's not like a crazy hateful guy, but he is very much like a white identitarian type. But he posts about any range of topics. Like, you'll hear this dude talking about Avengers Endgame. Like, he's all over the map. But he was the one that posted the photo of woman circled, and he's like, fucking like you got to get your bags, you piece of shit. You need your tablet that fucking badly. Get out of the plane.
Warning, some people may find parts of this story distressing.
Well, yeah. Holy shit,
A plane
dude.
burning with
Holy
78 people
shit.
still inside.
That would be.
Holy shit.
That would be. Dude, by the way, I should say this.
Holy fuck, dude.
Because I'm a pussy when it comes to, like, I get anxiety and I get claustrophobia, and I get anxiety when a plane touches down and taxis to the thing and we just sit there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm always like, get me fuck out of here. Like, that fire is like, you know what I mean?
Dude, that made me feel uncomfortable.
My starting off point when we land a plane is just me going, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here. If you just add fire right out, that is scary, dude.
Screaming passengers, the speed of the aircraft,
dude,
and fanned the flames. And within seconds of it stopping, the emergency slides were deployed. But because the entire rear section was burning, those emergency exits back there weren't usable. That left the two front doors the only way out. A plane of this size should have been emptied in 90 seconds, but sources say the evacuation was delayed by some passengers insisting on taking their hand luggage.
They should be killed.
Yeah, this is unbelievable because I don't know how often you guys fly, but one of the most annoying things to me about getting off a plane is the people getting their luggage and dilly-dallying. And trust me, it's one of those things I sit there and I watch every time. Because
Oh, yeah.
I'm always
I know exactly what
I
you're
have
about.
studied the art of people getting luggage and trying to lumber off a plane, and it's always a shit show. What would possess somebody? I mean, I get unless you're forced to have it, but you should know better. It should just be go. Get the go. Just go. There's people burning. Let's go. There should be no even thought of like, let me get my tablet and my coat.
Out of
It's
the overhead
infuriating, man.
lockers. That would have caused a backup in the single-aisle plane and more panic as the flames and smoke started eating into the cabin. The passenger plane was in the air for just 26 minutes before, as the crew reported, it was hit by lightning. It turned
Oh shit,
What? Oh man, that
that sucks, man.
back. The pilot
That is really shitty break too, because to be honest with you, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
But that was like the perfect storm of like just they probably had just refueled at the airport. There's probably just a little bit of fumes there, you know what I mean? That's all it takes. Fuck.
abandoning the first attempted landing. Then they went around again, and then the plane made a dangerously hard landing.
Very hard lands, bounces back into
then
the
it
air,
goes back
and
into the
this is the moment. When
Okay,
the
so it wasn't
plane
the lightning that set it. I've
no.
just fucked
The
up
lightning
electric
fucked up the electrical. They went to land.
hits the ground, the landing gear collapses, the fuel in the tank erupts, and that's what
This guy
causes the
sounds
fire.
way too excited. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
I know. Well, this is probably one of those aviation experts who rarely gets to talk about it. So like it's this big break.
Nah, it sounds like it's a news guy.
This plane was not on fire when it landed.
This is the second Russian-made Sukhoi superjet to crash. In 2012, in Indonesia, all 45 people died when one came down. Investigators will now see if the pilots lost full control of the aircraft after the lightning strike. Robert
Dude!
Penfold, 9 News.
That is fucking. Yeah, I don't like really. Boy, and then it goes down. Lightning strikes it. Here it is. Collapse of the landing gear. Boom! Look at that, eh? Oh yeah. You're like, calm the fuck down, guy. You sound like your nipples are hard while you're describing this.
You know how bad you needed to get your fucking luggy, your stupid underwear. That was that important for you. The people died because of it. I hope those people those people.
Now,
that
I'm
did
not
that-
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Because like when I go on JetBlue, right, there's always the carry-on and then there's the personal item. I probably would have grabbed my laptop.
Well, if it's in front of you.
But that's what I mean, because it would have been up and I would have been waiting, and then I would have been like with my laptop. I would have been guilty. But I would not have gone into the overhead bin to get my other stuff.
You wouldn't have blocked the aisle.
No, I would have just been like, you know, you grab it quick anyway,
Yeah.
and then you're ready. And then I would have been like, get out of there. Hope my fucking laptop's not smoke damaged. Oh yeah, sorry about your kids. That was fucking terrible. Hang on, I gotta check my Farmville. I hope my cows didn't die. That's the important thing.
TK Mal, $2. Buy yourself a leaf of the old devil's cabbage.
What if you got a dope ass gaming laptop? You know what I mean? Like a nice
Well, Sticks
Origin,
to just get a new one.
like a nice Origin PC, like one of those like $4,000 gaming laptops. What if you got one of those bad boys? You gotta go back and grab it.
JMA TV Ultraviolence, $2. Mr. BTFO is a false flagger. Big Daddy Gronk, $1.99. New to the channel, love the stream, guys.
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Like, you know, we don't know who the fuck that is.
No, Mr. BTFO is a false flagger. I don't know what that is. Big Daddy Gronk, though, new to the channel.
I guess a YouTuber,
yeah.
if I were to guess.
New to the channel, love the stream, guys. Thank you. Pavex Bobin, you heard him say it, Community's Pride, talking about Zuckerberg. Pavex Bobin, why didn't the plane just stop, drop, and roll? Okay, because it's a plane.
That's hilarious.
It's funny. Very funny.
Well, why didn't the people come out and throw a giant blanket over the fucking plane?
That guy's like, Stridum Airlines, wow. Landing gear up, flaps down, ready for a night on the town.
Ready for a night on the town.
Thank you, Kevin. God damn. Good reference. Wow.
That's yeah. I you know, again, I gotta I got to know what was in the bags, because who knows?
No, but it doesn't
If
matter.
it was like a nice gaming laptop or some expensive makeup.
No, there's not a reason for it.
You know, I actually had a really good, I had the most delicious and the most fancy cigarette I've ever had in my life, and it was from Russia. And I actually had it at the airport. I asked the dude for a cigarette, and he gave me these things. They're called Sobrani cigarettes, right? And I knew they were fancy because he hands me the cigarette, and I'm like, all right. And it was like, what color green? How could I describe it? It was almost like avocado green. It was a weird color cigarette, but it had gold foil wrapped around the filter. So like, and it was gold leaf. Like it was legit gold leaf. And I'm like, this is a weird cigarette for somebody to just give to somebody.
Right,
and I'm like, okay. And I saw the brand like Sobrani. I gotta look those up, dude. They're like, so I guess they're like $12 a pack or something like that. And they're like, there's luxury cigarettes. I didn't know these were a real thing. I was reminded of the Russia thing because the burning plane full of people and the fact that they're Russian cigarettes, but they're really fancy and they're really tasty cigarettes.
And how do they compare to, like, let's say 305s?
It is the way it compares the way Tucker Carlson's life compares to that of a black day shift stripper.
All right.
In Pompano Beach, Florida. It is night and day, sir.
Got it.
It was really dope. But yeah, they're like $12, $15 a pack. Like, and that's in areas where cigarettes are cheap and you can't find them. Sobrani, thank you. Yeah, they were really dope cigarettes. I don't know why I thought of that other than we were thinking of fancy things to not leave on the plane. And like, if I had a nice couple packs of Sobrani cigarettes in my bag, I might have to go get that because those are fancy. Those are for fancy people. I actually want us to now mark my words. When if we get Cumtown money, if we start blowing up like that, that's all I'm gonna smoke.
Sobrani cigarettes.
Sobrani cigarettes. It's gonna be one of my fuck you things that I do. Just gold foil filters. What? I'm better than you. What do you want? And then I'll be the guy that clips them and then relights them later. Let me clip that. I'm gonna save half of that for later. So you're picking up these fucking fancy millionaire cigarettes and like, what is he doing? Oh, he's lighting a clip
with the shitty plastic lighter too. Not even like a cool Zippo.
Yeah, and then sprinkle the butts like in areas where I know homeless people congregate, so you can watch them like, hey man, I find gold. Find a gold laying around out here.
Well,
Heisenberg says I would sacrifice 40 people to get my luggage.
Speaking of a fancy man on the night of the town, we have to play this every few months just to remind people.
Here he comes, Jerry Stridham. Wow! Take a look at that.
That doesn't look good, Vince. By the way, certain 70s bodybuilders looked awesome. 60s, 50s bodybuilders.
There was a time, and now they look.
70s was okay, and then we got into the 80s and the 90s when anabolic fucking steroids blew up.
Yep.
There is a certain look that's just, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look sexy.
Vince is totally not gay.
Top hat and Kane. Talk about stepping out for a night
on the town.
Oh my goodness.
You can't even look at that. Imagine being like
Imagine
that
trying to
all the
wipe
time.
your ass. That's the stuff I think about, like doing everyday normal
Wiping
thing.
your ass thing is bad, but there's just anything. Like being like this all day, you would just be exhausted. That would be tiring.
Look at that mass. Holy cow.
And by the way, there is a way to also be out of control big and still look good and like not go over it. Like Lex Luger is a great example. At his peak, Lex Luger was fucking shredded and big, and probably too big to be. I'm sure he was uncomfortable
Of course,
at times.
yeah.
But not like this. Like Lex Luger just looked fucking. Remember he used to play air guitar at his abs?
Yep.
It's just one of the best heel things ever.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna get for my birthday. I'm gonna get a nice pack of Sobrani cigarettes.
We have a little Owen update. I'm sure we want to check out. You want to check out a little Owen?
How's
update?
Owen doing?
Great. I'm glad you asked. Great.
Alex protesting at the White House. No, I don't watch Alex Jones. Once you realize someone's a liar, he in his rant against me, he said that I said Hitler was a great leader when everyone knows the joke was people keep comparing Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler, which isn't fair. Adolf Hitler was a great leader. I've done that joke for like 3 years.
I'm hilarious, guys. I'm objectively funny.
Very funny.
And he also said I had daddy issues and all this stuff. I kind of do a little, but everyone kind of does, you know? He's a show. He's a liar. He takes things out of context. He does exactly what he accuses others of doing.
Every time Owen says these things, you got to wonder, is he talking about himself?
It's
eerie. He's talking about everything he said is what he does.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. There's a weird we've been covering people that are very much out of touch with reality for a long time. We've been covering people who do not have any self-awareness on a regular basis. Owen has to be the worst of the worst.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. The worst. Yep, absolutely. 100%.
He said that I'm like actually hate Jews and stuff. It's insane. Just because I criticize some men in small hats and the Talmud because it's a nonsense book.
Take it from somebody who is I will go on record as saying that I have been rather unkind at times to the Jews. And I'm one of those people that has a lot of opinions about those people. Owen, it's not in Alex's head. You are utterly obsessed with Jews. Like to the point where even a sort of self-respecting guy who's pretty critical of Jews like myself is like, you gotta dial it back. So yeah, dude, it's not Alex is not astroturfing some campaign against you. I'll tell you what, this Owen Benjamin, he hates Jews. That's right. We're going to go after him. We're going to go after Owen Benjamin because I want to feud with a YouTuber. That's what I feel like doing. No, dude, you have been nonstop with the Jew shit and the moon shit. And let's not even forget about the fact that you were doxing and harassing fans. And that shit got out. And you've been fucking trying to send your fans at people, making up fantasies about people trying to poison your kid. You've lost your fucking mind. Your own family doesn't want you around on Christmas and Easter. But this is all Alex Jones's fault, right? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Owen's in-laws. I'm going to get them on my side. I'm sure they're like-minded folks, huh? From Texas? I don't know if they're from Texas. But, like, you think Alex is, like, pulling the strings and calling Amy's parents and being like, hey, I got a great gag. Why don't you throw Owen out of Easter Sunday? What do you say? That'd be great, huh? What a funny gag. Then none of us get to see our kids. This is great. No, dude. You're losing your fucking mind.
That isn't... it's just, he is a shill. He is exactly what he complains about.
But you specifically, when he was still having you on, and your own audience was coming to you in droves and saying, isn't Alex Jones kind of a shill? And you kept going, guys, Alex Jones is not a shill. He's a good guy. Until you stopped getting invited on. And then you're like, all right, let me tell you about this Alex Jones. Do you understand, Owen? You are the content creator, internet host equivalent of the woman that just talks all this great shit about her man and how much she loves him. And the minute he dumps her, he had a small dick. He was fucking nobody. Couldn't even get it up. He was a loser. She had to pay for everything. All this shit starts coming out, right? About what a piece of shit this guy is. And you're like, but you were fine with all of that when he was still.
Yep.
Oh, I hate
no,
you,
this
Owen.
video also has him his final turn against Crowder's in this as well.
Oh, yeah, he's been fucking.
His rant against me was insane. I haven't put it on my channel because I'm not getting banned for playing Alex Jones. I don't self-censor, and I'm comfortable being banned, but it's not going to be for playing that Rosie O'Donnell-looking meatball.
It's going to be for screaming about the Jews every day instead.
But I think Owen Benjamin Highlights or maybe Bear Cave put up the clip. It's a 3-minute clip. You'll watch it, and you'll never listen to Alex Jones again.
I doubt it.
You'll never listen to him again. When you watch how he describes me and how fake and false and out of context it is, you won't trust a word out of his mouth again. He's like, Owen Benjamin says Hitler's a great leader. He hates Jews. He is a Jew. It's insane.
Yeah, Alex, let me tell you something.
Alex,
and you're right. Alex is the crazy one.
Yeah, you're normal.
Yeah, you're totally normal. You understand that Alex just started off as some fucking nobody in Texas doing his stupid little internet website and his little stupid internet show. You know that Alex Jones wasn't fucking Christina Ricci. It wasn't rep by CAA. Alex Jones didn't have every fucking advantage in the world. His dad was a teacher, and he could go fucking basically go to college for free and find himself and make terrible music parodies and try to go viral in his
And experiment with dudes,
You
I
were
think.
given every advantage and opportunity, and you started here and have been in a slow decline, whereas Alex Jones started off from, well, as Drake said, started from the bottom, now we're here, as the blacks like to say. And, no, he started off with nothing, built it up from fucking Live 365 and fucking, and fucking Infowars.com, which, by the way, has been around since like 1998, and boy, did that shit have humble beginnings. That was a humble website back in the day. And has consistently shot upward up to this point, up until he helped get a guy elected, and the media decided we need to kill this man. Before that, dude, he's kind of plateauing because the entire world is out to fucking ruin his life.
Right, of course.
But before that, he was like, you guys are complete opposites, Owen. You've been literally on a downward trajectory, and Alex has been for 20 years now on an upward trajectory. I just hate this guy. His wife has to want to leave him by now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's been a while. I think since Easter.
Insane. And he's like, he hates his daddy issues. Everybody has daddy issues on some level. Some people, I guess, have great dads. I have a great dad in a way. I've dealt with it. But, you know, when I did that Anthony Bourdain video, because that suicide really hit close to home for me, and I haven't talked to my dad since. And it's not my choice. I love my dad. I do have some issues with that. And Alex Jones can, if he thinks using some of my scars as an insult is going to work on me, he's got another thing coming.
Yeah, it's not working. You're not ranting about it in a shopping center, probably waiting to pick up your kids.
I'm not a liar like him. I'll tell you guys, it's like, I have less daddy issues now than I ever have in my life.
Sounds good.
But having a child and realizing the things my dad said and did to me when I was a child bothered me tremendously.
Guys, he literally raped me. What?
And it made me follow false people like Peterson for a little while.
And Alex Jones and Steven Crowder and Vox Day.
And then I dealt with it. And he tried to
I want to see if I get to the
what Alex Jones said about me.
I want to get to the
the
Crowder stuff.
Just say what's true. I mean, I don't know why Alex does that. I'm like, oh, things about me. You, an anti-men in small hats guy, as a shield, as a cover, just like racist, bigot, homophobe, any of that stuff. And that's the story. You know, and people are like, oh, you turned on Alex. Alex turned on me ridiculously hard.
Notice, everybody turns on him.
Everybody
turns on him.
No responsibility, no.
Everybody turns on him.
I've had a tendency in the past to go a couple extra months, which my wife's always like, your dad's never going to call. Like, they're not coming back. And so it's interesting how the spin on me is that I'm this disloyal guy who jumps from person to person, when in reality, the media is just littered with monsters.
Okay, the media might be littered with monsters, but there's audio of you telling your fans, guys, I'm right, Alex Jones is amazing, and then saying, Alex Jones is a piece of shit. Guys, I love Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder's a Canadian faggot. You're the one that's flip-flopping. Why should you believe why would anybody believe anything you say?
Yeah, I mean, what has Alex and Steven Crowder done, according to you, other than consistently be pieces of shit, according to you, right? So what have they done? They haven't flip-flopped.
No.
Alex hasn't changed. Steven Crowder hasn't changed. None of these people have changed that I can see. You've changed. You're changing. You keep snapping on people. Shit, dude. It took fucking Alex and a couple of these guys a full month, some of them, to even respond to your horse shit.
Yep.
So it's bullshit. Yep. You're being silly.
I'm trying to get to the Crowder stuff here.
It's just littered with snakes. And the fact I'm not a snake, for all my faults, I'm not a snake.
Look at this. Look at his hands. I'm sorry, I gotta watch.
And so it's interesting how the spin on me is that I'm this disloyal guy who jumps from person to person, when in reality, the media is just littered with monsters. You know, it's just littered with snakes. And the fact I'm not a snake, for all my faults, I'm not a snake.
Ugh. I understand. Look, I know plenty of people that work with their hands. I understand your hands get dirty, but you're supposed to wash them, right? You clean them. Get some goof off. Get your fucking hand. That is tiny hands, by the way, for a tall man. Very tiny hands for a tall man.
You know? And so when I started working with Vox Day, you know,
Teddy Beal
Crowder could never associate with me again.
Here it is.
Ever.
Crowder.
And we all know that. We all come on, guys. Don't lie to yourself. When I question the moon landing or the Iraq war and I hang out with
by
Vox...
the way, hey, faggot, here's another problem I have with you. You don't question things. You
definitively make statements.
Definitively make statements that we never went to the moon, and then you spurg out for 3 months straight and beat people over the head. You beat people over the head who try to go, well, maybe you're wrong. Maybe we don't. No, we did a Van Allen belts. Stop telling me that is reasonable behavior. That's more than questioning things. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody goes, like, if somebody says to me, 19 Saudi hijackers with no help at all just decided to just work together and commit, and did 9/11 and perpetrated 9/11. I go, okay, but did they? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's questioning. That's not going, no, there were no hijackers and the planes were missiles. Like, I'm not going down that road. It's literally questioning is going, okay, but did 19 guys just meet in Indonesia and go, we're going to blow up the trades and nobody found it? Come on.
Don't worry about it. I do have a clip of him saying Chernobyl was a lie.
No, the nuclear bombs aren't real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's great. But that's like, you see my point where you don't go, like, people just screaming, the Jews did 9/11 and killed us all. Like, that's crazy. But when somebody goes in 19 hijack, Muhammad Atta and his pals got together one day, and through hard work and determination, they took down half of the skyline of New York City. Questioning is going, okay, but did they really?
Yeah.
Or did they have the help of some intelligence communities and elements of like? There's no way that just happens. This is beating people over the head, Owen, and then banishing them from your community for saying things like, "Well, the Van Allen belt. If you're in a protected enough vessel, you can get through it. You're fucking banned for life." That's not
Stephen
questioning.
Crowder will never answer a text or a call. I'm out of I'm excommunicado.
That's not a word, by the way. There's
excommunicated.
There's incommunicado. This is what you meant to say, incommunicado, and there's persona non grata, which would be what you think is excommunicado would be persona non grata. You're as good at Latin as you are at science and the piano.
So who's really the bad friend? Who's really the abandoner? Who's really the?
If I remember correctly, you're saying is that answering your text. If I remember correctly, wasn't Crowder saying that he was trying to call you a whole bunch of times and you would never pick up the phone?
And he admitted it.
And yeah, he said that I didn't feel like it. I don't want to deal with it.
It's not just that Crowder called him out.
Yeah.
I want it fucking set for Your Honor, for the record. I wanted to reflect that he admitted so the next day and went, he's right. Sometimes I'm a little weird, a little crazy.
Alex Jones is right. I do have some daddy issues in the sense that I'm always waiting for people to come back. I'm always waiting for people to come home. I'm looking out the window like a fucking puppy dog sometimes. You have no idea the evil that you were up against, Owen. Why would you say I have no idea? It's interesting when people assume I don't understand things.
Oh, the arrogance. It's just
everything,
layers of arrogance.
You know everything, Owen. You're smarter than everybody.
This is padded room type shit.
Yeah.
Like, guys get so bad that you end up having to put them away because they just won't, you know what I mean? Like, you go into their fucking cell to feed them lunch and they're literally like, I am the leader of this nation. And they're talking about their padded room. And you can't, it's one thing I've learned, having it run through my family, having dated people that had it. I know psychosis. You can't break through it. Like, they can break through it with work and with some luck and with a little, but like, You can't break into somebody else's psychosis. It doesn't work that way.
Yep.
And it's sad and it sucks, but yeah, this guy's nuts, man. I would not feel, this isn't me being hyperbolic or just me trying to start drama in the Owen community. But if I were his wife and kids, would you not feel unsafe living with this man in the house?
Man, this is really next level. Like, he hasn't gotten better. He has gotten worse. He stopped drinking, and the drinking wasn't the problem. We figured out he's just crazy.
Yeah, he
just acts like a crazy person and does crazy things.
Then the drinking exacerbates it, but it's still, man, it's weird. I've never seen somebody quit drinking and improve this little.
Do you really think he quit drinking? I don't know if he really did, man. I don't know if he really did.
Of course I understand the evil I'm up against. It's inside the
Wash
hearts
your
of
hands. You're going to get an eye infection.
Man. Vox is such a nice person. Vox is a loving man and an honest man.
Well, what you have to understand is that I'm using you to launch a soon-to-be failing streaming platform. I don't care about you, Owen.
What about Barcelona Blues? What's that fucking
Barcelona Blues?
What's that fucking show called?
It's like about a fucking. All right, so it's about this. All right, so Dawson from Dawson's Creek lives in Barcelona, and his dad really wants him to play football.
Oh no!
And he's like, Dad, I don't want your life. Also, they don't play American football here in Barcelona. I keep trying to tell you that.
And
it's regular football, like soccer.
And then they play the Foo Fighters, There Goes My Hero, their worst song over the trailer.
Set to people playing soccer, which
doesn't
really
work as well,
boring.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really boring and stupid.
I
There Goes My Hero playing on a loop while nobody scores ever. God damn it, I hate soccer.
Forgiving my dad, by the way. Oh, and you need to forgive your dad, all in caps. When people do all in caps and stuff like that, you should just talk to a mirror. As you talk to yourself. I've forgiven my dad. I love him. I wish that we had a better relationship. I want him to know his grandkids.
Owen's out of his
But
mind.
you said that I remember you saying less than 5 months ago, you said, and that's why you'll never see your grandkids. So now he's forgiven him and he will see his grandkids.
This guy, you understand that someday, there is going to be a massive dissecting of this Owen lore.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Kiwi Farms hasn't even really gotten hip to him yet. There's so many groups of people that haven't gotten hip. Encyclopedia Dramatica. When enough people really catch on to Owen, this is going to be looked back. There has been no crazy person in the history of crazy people who has given us this much insight and this much of a daily view into their descent into madness. Like, this needs to be studied someday by legitimate psychiatrists and psychologists. I'm not even kidding.
No, I know.
Like in 20 years, they're going to have students at a college watching Owen Benjamin highlights and going, you see how the eyes are more dilated in here? And notice how he's more disheveled. And like, this is a fucking paranoid, delusional lunatic. But like, most of those types of people are homeless and unobservable, or they're just floating out in the wind. This guy is sitting in front of his laptop all day going at it.
That's the unfortunate reality of my life, but it's my life.
Why are you in your car a lot lately,
You know,
Owen?
and I'm not bitching about it. I'm just
Why is there a pillow in your back seat, Owen? By the way, there's a pillow in one of the videos. There's a pillow in his back seat. Owen, what's going on, pal?
addressing Alex Jones's attack. Why is Vox persona non grata? Because he'll call out uncomfortable realities.
You notice how somebody else, even one of his dumb
Yes.
listeners, knew that
Yes.
that excommunicado is not a thing, and that it's persona non grata.
He'll call it chicken hawks. He'll talk about how nationalism has an element of nation in it, and if you know what that word means, you know what the word means. He'll call out how Judeo-Christian values is a nonsense word.
Imagine thinking you're smart because you watch Vox Day.
I know, exactly. And
Like, Vox Day isn't that smart, as we've proven. So
No,
you're
he's
getting
not.
you're getting your second hand. Like, he's a guy who's not very smart. And I'm going to get all my knowledge secondhand off this guy who's also not very smart. So I must be a fucking genius. Like, Jesus, dude.
He publishes Israeli authors. He's supportive of the existence of Israel. He's also not supportive of the American military tie with Israel. That stuff gets you absolutely kicked out of these circles. That's a fact. And they're like, stand up for the troops. Yeah, Vox Day's uncle was the commandant of the Marines. It's like, we are standing up for the troops.
He knows more history about Vox Day than he does about his own father. Like, that's where he's at right now. He
knows more history about Vox Day than he does about, I don't know, space exploration, the United States, war, foreign policy. Like, he knows more about Vox Day than he does anything.
Let me make sure I got the right timestamps here, but I believe this is him talking about how Chernobyl was a lie.
To us, we act worse than cows. Like, Mom, can I get more pornos? Oh, I just want to watch all these pornos.
I know people we pub, but I have to. He projects everything that he used to be or was or is onto everybody else. You're the one that had a problem with pornography. You're the guy, not everybody else. Like, I'm not saying guys don't watch porn, and probably some guys do, but everything he does is project everything that's sad about him, and he thinks everybody had the same missteps as he did. Yeah. Everybody had an Adderall problem like him.
I'm going to start calling everyone a drunk.
Yeah,
I'm going to go up to 6-year-olds when you see like a little toddler running around and then they slip and fall. I'm going to go up and accuse them of being drunk every time. Kick them out of the restaurant.
Yeah, I got a Discover card. I deserve everything. The cow doesn't choose it.
What?
Owen is a young man directly over the target. If the Jewish psychosis is not solved, America will be genocided by Israel. No, it won't. Won't. Guys, we're talking about fucking wizards here. Here's the thing. I don't even think nuclear bombs exist.
He has to be. I watch it. It's like exhausting. This is why I said his wife's going to leave him, because you're watching this all day. This is exhausting.
But I want to hear about nuclear bombs.
Sorry.
Guys, we're talking about fucking wizards here. Here's the thing. I don't even think nuclear bombs exist. This is going to label me as an insane person. I don't think they exist at all.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing. This is going to
be the last.
This is going to be the thing. Up until now, you were making a lot of sense.
When people are like, oh, this country now has nuclear capability. I'm from Oswego, New York. We had 3 nuclear reactors. The people that worked there, I went to school with some of them. One of the kids used to always shit his pants. You don't think that those secrets can get smuggled out? A nuclear bomb, if you look at what Oppenheimer and all those guys were up to, it's just a bunch of little explosions to get a plutonium or something to explode.
He's a smart guy.
He knows
a lot.
So little about everything.
No, he knows a lot about
plutonium or what he just said, to get plutonium or whatever.
No, to blow up or whatever.
Or blow. Sorry.
Which, by the way, it's not. I hate that I have to do this because I'm a stupid man too, Owen. I'm a very stupid man. But okay, so you're not getting the plutonium or whatever to blow up. It doesn't blow up. You're using that as the fuel source, and then you're not just blowing it up with a bunch of stuff to get it to blow up.
He thinks that you're lighting it like dynamite.
You have to weaponize. You have to refine it. It's what is it? Enriched uranium. Yeah. You have to. It has to. What they're doing is they're creating a chemical change, like using chemistry and all these other to turn an inactive like an inert thing into a very powerful explosive thing. You're fucking so stupid, Owen. You think you just throw a bunch of dynamite at nuclear materials
and it blows up.
Holy shit, this man is so stupid.
Any technology that we had in 45 is common knowledge now, and it doesn't seem very difficult. You're quoting Eric Dubay now, literally. Here's something. I've never watched Eric Dubay. So, of course, I'm not quoting him. This is a fact. Want to know where I did get some of this info from is this Crow 777 guy.
Oh, good. That's a great... I like to get all my information... No, don't even laugh. Don't you even laugh, you son of a bitch. I like to get all of my hard scientific evidence about nuclear weapons from a guy named Crow 777. I like to get all my scientific knowledge from a guy who has a name that's exactly like my old AOL Instant Messenger name.
Mine was Alone with Crowds.
This is so uncomfortable.
I'm looking up this Crow 77 guy.
Crow 777.
It's not. It's just.
I've been getting all my information.
There's no videos. It's just audio.
Guys, I've been getting all my information from this Crow 777 guy. I love you all.
You are being drugged to the crossroads,
This
and
is Crow
a decision
77.
must
There's
be
no
made.
video,
There's
just
no way
audio.
around it. And so basically what this means is every time something is put before you, you have to make a decision. So all I can say here is choose wisely.
Alls I can say.
By the
here.
way, Pete, thank you for pointing
Alls
out-
I can say
because
here.
I was thinking the same thing. Alls I can say here is not the battle cry of an educated man. Alls I'm saying is, when you got two choices in front of you, generally speaking, you got to make a choice. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong?
Somebody
Russ?
says it sounds like Vox sped up.
It's like sometimes, people come to you and they say, you want a cinnamon raisin or an everything. In that moment, it's like you gotta.
It's like Schrodinger's bagel.
All I'm saying is you got a choice to make. Like, am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong?
Roberto goes, "Hey, Nukes, forget about it."
It's like that old Jim Norton character, the fucking regular Joe. What do I know, though? I just grab my lunch pail, I head down to the job site. Just ask for more overtime. What do I know? You got a choice to make, that's all I know. But what do I know? I don't know nothing.
And by the way, here's one more fact, then I'll open some bear mail. After Hiroshima and Nagasaki, for 3 months,
Here we go.
there was an executive order that anybody who reported on it outside of one journalist from the New York Times, they would be executed. This is real, dude. And he was a man with a small hat.
Well, no, yeah, but during World War II, there was famously a Department of Censorship. This was real.
In every country, too.
Yeah, and America did have that. And I think at the time, the reason they had it was because they didn't want them picking up any news stories. Like, there's a famous story, like Japan, for example. Japan was trying to figure out how to bomb us, right? So what they were doing was, and this is true, they were sending up these weather balloons that would have altimeters on them, right? And they would have bombs on them, and they would just put it up into the current in Japan. And some actually made it to the U.S., California, whatever. They never allowed the people that found them to report on it, and they would have been tried for treason. And the reason at the time was, if Japan knows that their experiment worked and the balloons got here, they're going to send more. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but at that time, a lot of stuff was kept secret because you didn't want the other the other military to find out what you were doing.
Yeah, and to be honest, too, that wasn't Japan that was doing that, Owen, you fuck. We occupied Japan for many years after the war. That's how it works. Like, we occupied Japan. So it was probably us telling everyone, we got one reporter that's going to handle this.
There was one journalist allowed. He did quote Shiva, though. I know. He quoted, "I am the destroyer of worlds," or whatever. That's
what he said. I am the destroyer of worlds.
I can't do this. I am destroyer of worlds or whatever.
And by the way, Owen, look, the bottom line is I'm certainly not even trying to claim that I'm certainly not trying to claim that I'm even any smarter than you are. But I know my lane. Like, I stay in my lane in life, dude. Like if I were like you, and if I wanted to spend every night on Nightwave trying to sound really smart and ahead of the curve, like I was getting transmissions from the universe beamed into my head and I was I wouldn't be able to keep up that facade because I'm dumb and I know I'm dumb. You know what I mean? Like, you think you're like people are buying this. By the way, he had like 8,000 people watching the other day.
Oh, really?
He's swelling back up because again, people are showing up to warm their hands on the dumpster.
They love
fire.
the crazy, right? Yeah.
But you try to do this like, yeah, bro, there are no nuclear weapons, dude. I'm so ahead of the curve. I at least recognize that I would be too stupid to keep that up. Most people know I'm too stupid. I would never be able to keep up this facade. You think you're keeping up this facade. The only people that believe you, Owen, and the only people that are still buying into your bullshit are the most bottom of the barrel, fucking low IQ. Like, I'm talking double-digit IQ, fucking pathetic losers. The only people following you and mailing you money are people that are so lonely and pathetic that they would be otherwise spending their money on QVC items that break in a week. We're sending it to some televangelists. Some people are just legitimate cattle. That's why I don't even get mad at the Goyim thing anymore. What's to be mad about? Most of these fucks are cattle. They really are.
Yeah.
That's all. Just dragging them in and slaughtering them. Okay? But like, your people are just the fucking stupidest QAnon fucking low IQ MAGA Trump tards that are left. It's pathetic.
The men in small hats do. They don't actually have logos, so they just take everyone's logos. It's ridiculous. He's not a Hindu. Oppenheimer is not Hindu. Jesus. Man, the IQ really is dropping in the world just tremendously.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
Destroyer
Owen,
of worlds or whatever.
The only people that you have a regular, constant, back and forth dialogue with is your audience. So you go, man, the world's getting so stupid. Everyone's getting so much dumber, right? But that's based off of your interactions with your audience. So if you don't have faith and you think everybody's a moron, that's showing us what you think about your audience, right? Because like, don't you have like a good show and sometimes you go like, wow, I got real faith that maybe shit'll be all right based on these cool, high quality people that we get to interact with every day. You're surrounded by morons, so you think everyone's a moron now, Owen. No, your audience is stupid. You're stupid. You're smarter than your audience, but you're not. You're still stupid. And by the way, somebody's saying that LT Corbus or whatever, it's Soph now, is saying her IQ is 130. I don't buy it.
Nah,
I don't buy it.
Nah.
Yeah, my IQ would be 130 at that age too if I had an adult writing my material.
And taking the IQ test for me.
Can you fucking, by the way, can all you fucking at risk of being pedo weirdos just stop already? It's creepy. All these adult men that are fans of this fucking 13-year-old female YouTuber. She's so based, bro.
Oppenheimer was overeducated in those fields which lie outside the scientific tradition, such as his interest in the religion and in the Hindu religion in particular, which resulted in feeling of mystery of the universe that surrounded him like a frog. He was a physics. He saw physics clearly looking towards had already been done, but the broader tends to feel that was much more mysterious and novel than there actually was. He turned away from the hard crude methods of theoretical physics into a mystical realm of broad intuition. From what I'm seeing here, he was Hindu, though. At least everything I'm seeing here.
Insane. People are so dumb that they don't understand, that they think I'm dumb for saying something fairly...
This might be the best video he's ever done.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Owen. Oh, I love you. Oh, you're the gift that keeps on giving. Holy shit. Wow. 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 Oh, fuck.
Really profound. When you understand there's no fallout in the two sites, the only two sites in the world. Oh, and another thing. Most of the testing occurred like 20 miles outside of Vegas.
Yeah,
a lot of those
in the desert.
Yes, Owen.
And by the way, Owen, it was way more than just 20 miles outside of Vegas. It's first of all, You're getting your shit mixed up, you fucking asshole. Most of the testing happened in an entirely different state of New Mexico, you fucking moron. You don't even know the difference between New Mexico and Nevada. And you want me to sit here and believe that you know anything about radiation or nuclear weapons or any of this shit. 20, could you imagine if they tested nuclear weapons 20 miles outside of Vegas?
Dude, he's not a smart man, Mike.
Is he basing his knowledge of nuclear weapons
New Vegas.
on New Vegas?
Yeah.
On an Obsidian video game?
Right.
Oh, and Fallout New Vegas wasn't a real thing. Well, Bethesda wants you to believe it was never a real thing. It's not part of the canon.
Images of the trees falling down and the guys with the goggles and stuff, that was claymation. And there's no radiation there now. Now that
it was most of the testing happened in, people are saying it now too, in the fucking test track going, it's New Mexico. New Mexico.
No, it's 20 miles from Vegas.
Because New Mexico is...
It was by the Bunny Ranch.
To this day, still one of the least populated states in it. Like New Mexico, for those of you that don't know, it's Albuquerque, and then there's like 2 other towns, and then it's all desert. Like it's almost all inhabitable, which is why they were like, oh, New Mexico, it's perfect. Fucking... So there you go. NTS is at least 70 miles from Vegas. 20 miles. Could you imagine how you would be able to feel the shockwave and the heat from a nuclear weapon if it was 20 miles away?
Hammer was a pink Indian. You're full-blown retards.
Yeah, they're the retards. Yeah, you're right, Owen.
I'm drinking kombucha. Oppenheimer was quoting a Hindu that doesn't make him one. Moving to America does not make you American.
I mean, it does if you become a citizen.
You get naturalized if you take the test.
Yeah, my grandfather wasn't born here, and he came to America, and now he's an American.
Or if you get to America and then a baby falls out of your vagina at just the right time, and you're American.
A Jew quoting Hindu scripture does not make him Hindu. This is why we're homeschooling our kids, because people are so fucking dumb. It's
you think you and Amy are smart enough to teach your children?
Also, I love the fact that he just pointed something out great, because this is great. I'm glad he said this, because he recently said about Israel and the Jews that they're evil and they're terrible because you have to be Jewish for your mother, and you can't convert. You can't convert and go be a Jew in Israel. Like, that's not how it works. He's talking about how evil that is and how fucked up anybody would be to just exclude people who want to convert. But he just said here, you can't just quote Hindu and start following Hindu as a Jew and be Hindu. You can't do that, you Jew. It's just, he cannot stay consistent on anything.
It's just unreal. Is White Claw pretty good? I quit drinking, so I don't want to talk about White Claw and how awesome it was.
That was, by the way, that
was very telling.
That was a very cranky. That was a very cranky response.
That was very telling.
White.
He's struggling, man.
He's fiending for the booze. And don't get me wrong, Owen, I can't go a day without drinking. I get it, but like, you know, then again, I don't do 5-hour streams where I'm firing cans at the door.
Right.
I'm just throwing cans at you. But, dude, that is a struggle, dude. That's bad. Like, I would do a week just to show I could do it. I do a couple weeks just to show I could do it. But like, you're really making a point of it. And I would also at least like remain conscious of that and not talk about it on the air. You know, if people were like, "Hey, what about White Claw?" I'd be like, you know, I'm trying not to drink right now. Yeah, man, no, I totally get it. But he gets like,
his mouth waters.
Yeah, dude, he is dying for a drink. Yeah. He wants a taste.
Sands, New Mexico. I don't know what that is, Peter Bedrosian. Did you see my hilarious Armenian joke, though? By the way, there might be nuclear bombs. I think there's a good chance there isn't, though. I'm proposing an idea, and my logic is sound.
Oh, yeah, when your logic
What about
is
the
solid.
underground detonation in Alaska? You can detonate all kinds of shit. You want to know what you can detonate? TNT. Want to know who invented TNT? Alfred Nobel. The Nobel Prize is given out.
These are things that
Little facts that you learn in 8th
trivia,
grade.
Trivial Pursuit.
Hey, Ma, well, you're eating dinner at night?
Yeah.
Hey, Ma, I learned today that, the guy Alfred Nobel, the Nobel Peace Prize, actually invented dynamite. Is that crazy? And as a parent, you have to go, wow, that's really, that's neat.
That's nuts.
The Nobel Peace Prize. Look this up. This is common knowledge that no one seems to know.
Everybody knows that.
You know what it is? He said it to Amy, and Amy went, wow. And he went, you didn't know that? See, a lot of people don't know this stuff. I got to educate. I think he bounces a lot of ideas off his dumb Mexican wife.
Yeah.
Of the
And
Nobel.
she goes, wow, that's really. And she's probably pretending to not have known about it half the time. She probably knew, but she's trying to do the same thing that his mother did, which is like, yes, Owen, we're proud of you.
You're such a smart boy.
Ooh.
Please,
all right, we got to go to break. I just realized what time it was. We got to go to break.
Yeah, we did go
we went a little. Well, we went way late. We do have to go to break here. Fret not. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Let me read some of these super chats first. $12 is the cost of a normal cigarette in Southampton. Jackie Rose, $14.99. Fancy cigarette money. Canada North. I'm on Owen's side and not because he has huge tits. Western Echo. I enjoy these Baron von Kunta delusional bits. AS says, anyone who says I'm not a snake is a snake. Dr. Whitey Bulger. Owen Food Reviews. 5 guys, more like 5 goys. Am I right? Bone CK, $2. How long before Vox and Amy start texting? They already are. Rebecca CYR, $5. Here's my $3.75 American. It's pronounced Seer. S-E-E-R. Patrick Heron. How long before Amy and Space Bunny start texting? Bob Rules 666. Nuclear physics is magic. Bone CK or whatever. J. Robert Oppenheimer to Mr. Trevorman 12. My favorite segment y'all do is breaking down Owen's flameouts. And $2. Superpower by 1945. And the Whitfield report. Owen would still be praising Ben Shapiro if they were allowed. If he was allowed on the Daily Wire. Owen only hates those who disassociate with him for being legitimate PR nightmares. Fructosine donating towards the fancy cigarette fund. Those cancer sticks, boy.
Actually, I found out too. They are what are they about? About $12-15 a pack. They're so delicious, though. I'm gonna get me some for my birthday. I'm treating myself, but I got to go all the way to Orlando.
We are going to break, but first, folks, you could donate at revengeofthesis.com/donate. There's a whole bunch of ways to donate there. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Become a patron. That really helps us out in the long term to know how much money we're making. Don't forget, if you're going on the internet and you need VPN, revengeofthesis.com/XPN. That's ProXPN. Get protected when you go online. If you're watching this now, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. We're always trying to grow the channel. And sharing, of course, is if you don't have the money, no problem. Sharing the stream really does help. We'll be back in exactly 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Once upon a time on the Cousin Joe Show.
I remember not long after we were out of high school, that was a popular thing. They were just taking up the ads. Yeah.
That was in high school?
For some people.
Not for me.
I didn't have regular sex in high school.
Me neither.
But
I didn't even know there were different kinds. I thought it was just straight missionary.
I think I only had it twice.
But how many times did you do it to a girl?
See, I was waiting for that softball to be answered. Thank you. I have an aunt that I haven't talked. She could be dead, or I wouldn't know.
All right. I guess you weren't in the will.
Well, because this aunt is psychotic. There's a lot of reasons I haven't told this on the show. She went,
Cousin Joey, the girls in your school, did they take it up the ass?
This was to her a normal conversation.
Regular conversation?
Just catching up with her nephew.
How are
catching
things?
Up. Yep.
Plowing any buttholes? How are things going?
And I go, I don't.
Well, because when I was young, and I was in high school, I had a guy do that, and I shit all over his cock.
All right. Wow.
And
where'd the conversation go there?
The silence that you just heard from Dan and myself was pretty much the response she got. You know, I guess
Western Echo says, please tell me it was Thanksgiving dinner. Grandpa's cutting a turkey. I shat on a cock.
And I gotta. She didn't have like dementia. I mean,
I think she did, Joe.
All right. Well, fair enough. In case you're wondering how I, as a person, mentally is put together,
you fucked her in the ass.
I just.
That's what she was getting at. I've seen movies. Don't know what. What? She was just letting you know. Green light. That was green light.
Listen to The Cousin Joe Show every Thursday, 7 to 10 p.m. on youtube.com/Cousin Joe.
There's always napkins and paper towels involved in my stories with sex.
Yeah, there are.
I scheme and plan for months and it all gets screwed up because you can't control the students. Never send a woman to do a man's job.
You cocky, pointy-nosed little Reaganite. If you hadn't provoked them, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Excuse me? Reality check here. Earth the tall bitch. What is your fault? This is. Hey! Poor boy. Go and have your parties with all your new friends. I can see it now, Andrews. You and all the knee-jerk, bleeding heart liberals, sipping tea and playing patty cake. And those useless hippie potheads, those commie pinko leftists, the bunny huggers, the pillow biters.
Wait, which one are the pillow biters?
The butt pirates. And those beastly man-haters. Tell those chicks to shave their pits and call me. The goddamn whiny crybaby minorities. You can keep them all.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis Tuesday show. We're back, folks. Thank you for staying with us. We went a little late on the first hour there, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe we could bring a little more humor into your life. Fuck, man, it is fucking hot as shit today here. Studio's like an oven sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, don't.
What?
No, don't. Stop. I'm fucking 3 jokes ahead. Stop.
Is it like an oven?
Stop.
Okay.
All right?
I'm not going to do anything.
Stop gaslighting me.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, good. Alex Jones had Ricky Berwick on his show. Did you see this?
Oh, God. I'm fucking sick of this fucking guy now, too.
Oh, I know.
I'm
Why?
so sick of this little fucking
mutant
Googa bug man.
Googa bug man.
No, I gotta take my pizza from some Googa bug man. I'm sick of it. Like I'm saying, like, do you understand, Ricky Berwick? If you weren't born an abomination in the eyes of God, you'd have no fucking social media presence. Like, you get that, right? I'm so sick of these fucking. Remember Josh Blue and all these other. I'm so sick of these fucking people that are like, I overcame and now I'm a comedian. No, you're a fucking freak show, is what you are. That's what people are paying to come see the freak show. But I want to hear your empowering story of like how you turned it around. No, you didn't turn anything around. You're a freak. You decided to start posting your freakish things on Periscope, and everybody went, hey, look at the freak. Is it empowering?
Is really interesting and really entertaining and really funny. Very passionate fella. He's a 26-year-old from Ontario, Canada. He has a social media.
Alex doesn't watch.
You don't. No, and he shouldn't. Who cares? Again, who cares? These are 3-second videos that people pass around, and they go, "Look at this fuck." Have you ever made it all the way through a Ricky Berwick video?
I've honestly maybe seen 3 minutes at the most of all his entire
And
work.
it's mostly him like me and like doing
I've seen
some
little clips.
cosplaying as a fucking coach bag or whatever. I don't know, but he's not. You're not. Again, this is you. It's without. Nobody cares.
Media personality, internet entertainer, best known for his video skits and commentary on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
That's right. That's what he's known for. He's known for his commentary. known for giving out a lot of good commentary, folks.
1.2 million subscribers.
Of
Ricky
course,
Berwick
to
has.
watch him go, a fucking
1.2
literally,
million
fucking 1.2 million subs for a guy who looks like the melted goo man from fucking RoboCop. gets the toxic waste dumped on him.
Subscribers. He described himself as your not so normal video entertainer. And he's YouTube at Ricky Berwick, Twitter at Ricky Berwick. So, Ricky, thank you for joining us today.
No problem. What's up?
It's good to have you here. You know, first thing I saw like a year and a half ago was you got mad about CNN bullying people at their houses, saying they're Russian agents and doxing people. But CNN brags, I've been taken off the internet for bullying people, but they can't show any examples.
Well, the thing is, you're just loud and crazy, and people hate loud and crazy, apparently. So you just got to be careful on how you talk, you know? Even I have to be careful. I put a cookie on my ass, and they almost banned me for that.
So yeah, if an able-bodied person put a cookie on their ass, nobody would care. I think I'm with you here, Mike. If an able-bodied, if you and I did that, to be like, why you guys being fucking stick a cookie off your ass? Would be stupid.
But this is my point with this guy. I'm sick of this guy. I'm sick of all these fucking freaks that we have to somehow convince ourselves. We have to gaslight each other into this collective psychosis that these are self-made guys. They're so fucking irreverent and so hilarious that we just, oh my God, no, he's so great. Is he? Or is he fucking deformed and putting dumb shit on his ass?
He looks like the top is He-Man toys, but the bottom is G.I. Joe toys.
Let me ask you something. If fucking Wee Man wasn't a midget, would he have been in Jackass?
No, he would have been normal, man.
He would have been just another white boy from California who likes to skate and surf.
Wee Man's only 3'9".
You understand? Like, but you know what the difference between this guy and Wee Man is?
Wee Man can use his penis.
Will straight up go like, yeah, it's because I'm a midget that I've had all these cool things in life. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm supposed to fucking let you convince me that this guy is just so funny. That he's not, it's not because he's like, oh, good.
Good impression.
That's what he is.
You think that's right?
No, I don't think that's right, but I definitely don't want to go to that visual. Why do you think there's been such a purge of free speech in the last...
You think Alex was yelling at his producer after this segment?
Who the hell booked this freak show? Get him the hell out of here. Oh, I got my people eating Alpha Brain, and I got them eating the bone broth. Now they're going to be vomiting, blaming my products.
Too much.
A lot of social justice warriors. A lot of them recently. I think since the internet gotten so big, a lot of people now have tablets, and there's a lot of out there now. So.
It's fun. Again, this could be any idiot. Literally any idiot. Ricky Berwick is the funniest guy in every dental office.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Class clown.
Absolutely unremarkable, other than the fact that you have teeth like Jaws from James Bond, and you are a freak, a melted freak of a man. That's the only thing. If you took that away, you'd be the really funny guy at the office.
He looks like if Pete Davidson got bonitis.
Bonitis.
Yeah.
Great reference.
We gotta stand our ground. That's what we gotta do.
Ricky, we do need to do that, and you're a very interesting fella. But we're
By the way,
hundreds of
I
TV
love
ratings.
that somebody, Guillermo in the chat, was like, yeah, your lazy eye is really funny. You nailed me. You nailed me with a joke everybody knows about. You're right.
Yeah.
My lazy eye is comparable to being a melted sack of shit who's only famous because he's a melted sack of shit. You're right. You took my thing and you were like, oh, you got me. But I'm still here, right? And I'm here every day with this man, and then I'm here every night with you guys on Nightwave. And I don't have to be a melted sack of shit. I don't have to have 17 arms or no arms or whatever this guy has. I don't have to be a human meatloaf to get people's attention. Okay, I can do a show and I can talk about things and I can keep an audience captive. Okay, I don't need to be, like I said, a fucking human chicken nugget over here. This fucking piece of shit who's only famous for being a human meatloaf.
Radio stations, and we're delaying when you're using non-King's English. So just do me a big favor, and because it's hard for us to
yeah.
Joseph Diaz called him human lasagna, man. It really is like somebody made a lasagna out of human parts.
Of course, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Or we just chop out 10-second pieces of you, and it doesn't make sense.
You are the walking version of me. If we put on glasses, I think we look alike.
I think we do look a lot alike. You know,
I don't think Alex liked this segment.
You know, at least, except unlike you, I'm not a goddamn freak show, all right? I've actually stuck my penis in women. A Jewish woman, and I had kids.
Maybe you're from another dimension, like you're from me from the future?
Do you believe in the dimensions?
I believe that Hillary is the sexiest woman I've ever seen.
I think Trump is a lot sexier.
Now 95% is
What
the
is
big
the
social
point
network.
of this, man? Like you understand? Alex is just give Alex some gay frog articles and let him go, let him rip. He doesn't need this asshole on. He doesn't need to be pandering and having this fucking viral Facebook freak show on just to get more. Like, come on, Alex. Fuck. There's nothing remarkable.
Alex does not look like he's enjoying this interview, if I'm being honest.
There's nothing remarkable about Ricky Berwick except that he's a fucking freak show. And he uses that. Again, without that fucking genetic aberration, he's nothing. He's unremarkable. He's nobody.
They took the web over. They got us on it to give all our energy and time and content to them, and now they're cheating.
Cheaters. Cheat codes.
What's the joke? I'm really trying to understand.
And it's that I don't know. There's people defending him like this Guillermo guy. I don't know, Guillermo, if you've got like a fucking cripple fetish, if you're one of these weirdos that like works as a CNA and fucking rapes all the cripples and old people in the home that you work at, because you sound like a weirdo who's fetishizing this guy. He goes, my point still stands. He's using his deformity. I just don't understand the hate. At least he isn't obese. He didn't choose to be like that. My hate's not directed at him. My hate is directed at people like you who think that simply having a disability makes you somehow deserve, like, oh, this guy's hilarious. When you understand that you can't understand that if you remove that deformity from the equation, he's nothing. He's nobody. You don't understand. You're not grasping that it's idiots like you who pass these videos around like he's something special when clearly the only remarkable thing about him is that God decided before he was even born that he hated him. That is the only thing.
Here's someone with a disability that I think is actually funny, like Zach Ainer. We've played his videos before. That's a dude who's actually the treadmill guy. He rode the rodeo bull.
Yeah,
he's actually a funny dude. He's a funny guy outside of his disability.
He's written things that are funny, and he said things that are funny.
Yeah.
Like he wrote a book.
Yeah.
And you can do there's things you can do that are funny outside of just being. But this guy literally just sticks his tongue out. Literally, Bam Margera. If Bam Margera were a meatloaf instead of a human being. Like what if what if instead of a human being you were a sloth? You'd be Ricky Berwick. Wow, now he's funny. To give Ricky Berwick an average working white man's body and face, and just a regular guy, you wouldn't know who the fuck he is. You wouldn't be passing his videos around. And don't give me this fucking. This is the other thing I don't like about it, Guillermo. Is that you and you fucking people like you do this fake insincere thing where you share Ricky Berwick videos, but you go, man, he's so funny and we're helping to empower him. No, it's a modern day freak show. You can't just pay 6 pence and go in and look at the bearded lady and the midget meatloaf boy anymore. No, you have to in order to look at a fucking freak show or a minstrel show, you have to share it under the guise of, look at how empowering this is, bro. Look at how this guy's overcoming his thing. But deep down, you're really just looking at the freak show. You're doing the same thing that people did at the turn of the 19th century. The only difference is those motherfuckers were honest about their intentions and what they were doing. And you pass these videos. Look at how great he is. Good for him. But you're laughing at a guy who literally God hates. You're like, why do you hate this guy? I don't. God does. Why this? Fuck.
All right. She's back after almost a 3-week hiatus.
Hey there, friends. Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
And today we're finishing up our series on religion. This time we're talking about Christianity.
Now, Mr. Smith, I'm sorry, I know, because I'm looking at the chat, but Mr. Smith actually has a good point. Ricky would be funny if he did blackface. Now, see, if Ricky did blackface, I would laugh.
Right.
If Ricky Berwick, and who's that other, there's another freak. There's another fucking genetic disaster that's out doing videos, right?
The one who's always lip syncing the songs?
It's one of them, yeah, something like that. You get those two guys together doing blackface, and they do a Diamond and Silk parody, I'd be all in with Ricky Berwick. That's our president. That's right. I'd go, okay, this is good. I like this. With MAGA hats on, being all based.
Hey friends, welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
And today we're finishing up our series on religion. This time we're talking about Christianity.
She's going to tell you about Christianity.
You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff. You ready, Teddy?
I'm always ready, Lindsay.
All right. We've already learned a lot about religion. We've talked to...
I know. Our friend Blair about Islam and her scarf thingy.
Her hijab.
And Abby about
Judaism. And today we'll be talking to another friend of mine. Oh,
about Jude, the Juden.
About Christianity. Teddy, do you know what Christianity is?
How about this, Linz? How about this? And this is just kind of a casual recommendation. Certainly I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. But how about instead of this, right? How about you keep my religion out of your fucking mouth?
No.
Think about that.
Wait till you
how
see.
How about you don't invoke my savior and my religion for your fucking degenerate paywall podcast? How about that? You cunt.
By the way, she finally. You know how many subscribers she has?
4.
14,000.
That's actually not great.
No.
Because she's very famous, but
people know who she is.
Yeah, but it's not for a good thing.
It's a religion?
Yes, but I think you've probably heard of it before.
I have?
Can you read that verse in Ezekiel? It's one of my faves. Can you read that one? The one with man not laying with another man. Is he going to read that verse?
Yeah, or could you? I don't know. Could you read like the current Saudi constitution?
That would be even better.
Yeah. It's one of the most popular religions, especially here in the United States.
Linz is the reason why Tucker Carlson stopped wearing a bow tie.
Yes, that's actually a fact.
Oh, okay. Let me think.
Does that ring a bell, Teddy?
Oh, it's Christmas.
That's it.
Christmas time is my
Wait, did
favorite.
she forgot to edit in a sound? Go back. I think she did. I think they forgot to edit in a sound.
Oh, I think you're right. Hold on.
Dude, it was taking my brain a second to go. Did that just happen?
Let's see.
Or was there no sound?
Does that ring a bell, Teddy?
Oh, it's Christmas.
That's it.
Christmas time.
They
is my
never played a sound. That was supposed to
Yeah.
be a sound. They were. I don't know what. I think it was a bell.
A bell, probably.
Christmas bells.
Yeah.
But they were supposed to
And they
edit
never
in
played
a
the
sound. So she's just going, you hear that, Teddy? By the way, trans people are totally not crazy. I'm not hearing Christmas bells in May.
favorite time of the year. I get presents.
And you get to see lots of family.
And presents.
And there's tons of yummy food.
And presents.
And yes, lots of people get presents on Christmas.
If they're family, I'll let them visit.
Yeah, which mine doesn't.
Presents!
So Christmas is a Christian holiday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, Christmas is a pagan holiday. It's the winter solstice, and I was a Viking.
Shut up, Dave Martell.
Oh, sorry.
Did you know that Christmas is actually kind of a big birthday party?
A birthday party?
Yeah, it celebrates the birthday for this guy named Jesus.
Who was
This guy?
dude
This
named Jesus?
bro?
This fucking guy.
Brother man Jesus.
Jesus came back to earth right now. I go, oh, this fucking guy. What are you doing? Give me a hug, you son of a bitch.
Crow 777's back.
Give me a hug, you son of a bitch. And no disrespect to Mary. No, to the I'm sorry.
This guy.
To Mother Mary.
This guy.
It's just figure of speech, Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Big birthday party?
A birthday party?
Yeah, it celebrates the birthday for this guy named Jesus.
This guy named Jesus.
Christ.
Jesus Christ. You may have heard of him?
Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Christ Muss. His name is like Christmas.
He's the guy that died for my disgusting lifestyle, despite the fact that I dismiss him as just some guy. The guy.
Jesus' teachings are the foundation of Christianity. Now, are you ready to meet my friend Alexandra?
No.
Yes.
Although I'm a gay Jew, so technically he got the last laugh.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Alex.
All right, Christian. I haven't seen this video yet. Do we want to guess what kind? Like, she's gay, or she's bi, I think, or something like that? It's not going to be a regular church.
Methodist or Lutheran.
I'm going to go with like one of those Unitarian or Episcopalian. Those are all.
But yeah, Methodist and Lutheran is about close to like in that we're gonna see.
Right.
And now everybody's saying Methodist or Lutheran. Watch, it's gonna be one of those two.
Unitarian. Someone said Unitarian.
Watch.
We'll see. All right. Here we go.
Sandra, what are your pronouns and how do you identify?
My pronouns are she and her, and I identify as a bisexual queer woman. And I'm an Episcopalian, which is...
I knew a lot. I'm Christian school my whole life. I knew a lot of weirdos.
is a kind of way to be a Christian.
Oh.
Alexandra, I was just telling Teddy about Christmas and Jesus. I thought that might be a good place to start.
It definitely is.
Lindsay told me that Jesus was a teacher.
Well, sort of. Not like the
He was the Messiah and Savior, but he's sort of a teacher.
Yeah, not like my teacher from college who taught me liberal arts and drank wine and slept with his students, but like better kind of teacher.
teachers you have at school, Teddy.
Lindsay must have been talking about Jesus' teaching. Way back hundreds of years ago, Jesus taught people to be kind to each other. Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yeah, that's all he did.
Hold on.
That's all he did.
Hold on.
Jesus came to this earth.
Hundreds of years ago?
Just a couple hundred years.
He said hundreds of years ago?
Well, it is. Tens of hundreds of...
Thousands!
Well...
At least 2,000.
It's technically 2000 and...
what that? Well,
2052 years ago. 2052 years ago. This guy named Jesus was born. Right? Some things happened. And he taught everybody to be nice, and then he went away.
So this is...
Peacefully.
The person
and nobody ever murdered him. Ever.
And he wasn't a teacher. You're right. So what? He was a carpenter. That's very funny. Dick Manitoba says Episcopalian is the Michelob Ultra of religions.
Whoa, that sounds fancy. What does that mean?
It means to
You're gonna go to hell, and so am I.
love others like you love yourself. That you should be kind to
That's
everyone.
all Jesus taught. He didn't care about anything else. Nothing.
Hundreds of years ago.
Nope. That's all he did was go around and say, be nice.
Be a good guy.
It's so fucking...
How they warp Jesus' words or the Bible to fit their needs. Oh, trust me, I know. It is enraging.
But if I talk about your agenda and what you're really about, I get in trouble.
Right. But Jesus would have actually loved gay people. Probably not.
Alexandra, what does Christianity mean to you?
Well, Christianity means something different to everyone, but for me, it meant knowing that everyone of all identities and backgrounds, including ourselves, deserves love,
Hey.
kindness, respect, and community.
Hey, you muff-diving cunt. Christianity made... I don't know, maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe you're not, whatever, but Christianity actually means the exact same thing to billions of people.
Yes.
So, don't give me that shit. Well, it's open to interpretation. There's a lot of different... okay. Shut up. No, that's how fucking Episcopalians and Methodists and Lutherans and Unitarians think. Because nothing matters and you don't want to commit to anything. You don't even want to commit to whether you like pussy or dick. And I'm supposed to take fucking... You're supposed to be my fucking spiritual guide stone? Fuck out of here.
And Christianity is best summarized, obviously, in John 3:16. If you want to know specifically what it means to be a Christian, it's they pick and choose, they cherry pick.
Episcopalians promise God to always work towards peace and justice and respect for every person.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
You're very welcome.
That's so...
So,
It's so stilted. Thank you very much for sharing.
You are welcome.
They're just not humans, man.
I guess Christianity isn't just about presents and Christmas.
Nope, it's about a lot of other really important things too, but presents and Christmas are definitely a part of it.
It's about being gay and gay stuff and gay.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Gay.
Teddy, we've learned a lot of really important things about religion, but there's one important part of religion we haven't talked about at all.
In all of them, we go to hell.
And that is the fact that you can't convert Native Americans or blacks because they, in fact, don't have a soul. And we'll be covering that next week on Queer Kid Stuff.
This channel has been demonetized.
Did you hear that?
Oh, that was our... video unavailable.
Okay, well, that's so much for that.
So I guess nobody heard that.
Really? What is it?
Music. Music is a really important
Now,
part
before
of
we
all
go, folks, remember, Jesus taught everybody to be nice to each other, and then the Jews killed him. Well, coming up, guys, tomorrow on Queer Kids, we're gonna be. Where's everybody packing up for? Where's we going?
Can't connect to server. What does that mean?
For flipping over their tables and taking all their money.
all of these religions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, all incorporate music.
Next week on Queer Kid Stuff, we're going to be talking about a topic everyone can understand. Landlords. She's just holding up a Walther. Landlords. I want to see Lindsay slip down the alt-right path. Can we red pill Lindsay?
That would be amazing. Grows her hair out.
Just fucking starts doing super trad videos.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing a traditional Christian song.
She would actually make a fortune because
of course,
right wing is such dude. You guys really, a lot of you right wingers are just gullible and
Yeah,
just
see the
lining up.
minstrel show that is Diamond and Silver.
Oh your God, based blacks. Oh, take my money. So
That's an exact quote from Trumpster Bob.
If she grew her hair out, covered up her tattoos, and just was like, "Look, man," she wouldn't even have to say she's not gay.
No. She would, no, actually, her
She could
being
go,
gay
"You know
would
what?
help her.
I'm gay, but you know what? That shit that I was pushing on these kids was degenerate. Let's talk about being trad. I'm doing cooking videos. This bitch would be fucking cleaning out your pockets.
Sing along if you know the words. This little light of mine.
I'm gonna kill all the.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
This lifestyle of mine. I've got at least 3 DUIs. 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 DUIs.
The light of mine.
I'll end up committing suicide. 44% chance I'll commit suicide.
Gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Woo!
I wish that she would just smash the woman like Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett. Just smash him with a ukulele over the head.
Thank you so much for joining us, Alexandra.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Thank you so much for watching.
I wish I could snap and make fucking bisexual people disappear. That'd be awesome. It's not working.
Queer kid stuff.
This lifestyle of mine was created by a pedophile.
She's back too. She's back to making her.
Good for her.
Making her videos.
Good for you, Linz. We'll always be here for you.
Yeah,
I love fucking with Linz.
Yeah, and you know, the only way to talk to her now is if you're a patron and she's on her own website, has her own little forum where she can monitor everything.
I think I'm almost willing to sign up for 1 month just to get kicked off. Would you do your old Mike David?
How fast do you think you get kicked off?
First comment I left.
Do you already have a comment in mind?
No, but they would sit down for 2 minutes, slam a Monster Energy drink, something to pop in my head. That's mean.
All right.
By the way, I don't know if you saw last night the post I posted on Facebook, but I'm in this group on Facebook where people, like, chicks will post their pictures or whatever and be like, oh, rate me or whatever. But lately, everybody's old. So I was like, I wrote as a comment, I'm like, when did all the women in this group get old as fuck? Like, right on this woman's picture. And she goes, some guy was like, of course, White Knight runs in right away.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, nice 5 head. I see you have a 5 head instead of a 4 head. And I went on his page and looked, and I saw he's one of those kids that looks like one of the, you remember the kid from the Shriners Hospital commercial? He looks just like that. Like a little old man. Like a little, who was that announcer? Who was the announcer that used to do basketball? Howard Cosell.
Oh,
Kid
Cosell,
looks
yeah.
like a little Howard Cosell. So I go, I was like, bro, I just looked at your page and your kids look like those Shriners Hospital kids. I said, you fucking 8-year-old kid out here looking like Bob Hoskins. So he got mad. And then the lady writes back and goes, I guess some fuckboy is mad I didn't accept his friend request. And I was like, I've never tried to add you on Facebook, old lady. Nobody wants to see pictures of you playing blackjack for $20 a hand on some trashy Carnival cruise. I was just windmilling.
Did you get kicked out?
No, I'm still in the group. Actually, I stopped getting notifications. I bet I am kicked out.
Yeah.
I was just windmilling people yesterday for no reason.
Well, Mike, this CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Channel, which of course is taxpayer funded, has a new video out from CBC Arts. Okay.
Prove it's taxpayer funded. You go to their website, it just says, the CBC is a taxpayer funded. You're like, oh, never mind. No, I know it's really taxpayer. I'm kidding. It was a joke.
It's all right.
It's a fucking joke.
This is called One Poet's Cry for Black Lives in the Face of Injustice.
Oh, shit.
My name is Prince Amoko, and the name of this poem is...
That's That can't be his real name. Prince Amoku? Is he from Wakanda?
I watched them try to colonize Colin Kaepernick, but couldn't take his shit from him.
Well, he took his NFL contract away.
Yeah, he's actually whatever. This is so stupid. I hate slam poetry.
It's my favorite kind of poetry.
Because what he knelt for will always be greater than what you stood for. North America will never be great again.
But I am here. Of course, it will never be great again, but I come here anyway and collect your welfare.
Yep.
And fuck your wife with my large penis. My large penis I stick in your wife. Fuck America, give me your money.
I hate these fuck. You know, it's bad enough that I hate the people that are spreading this shit, like the people that believe this shit. But man, it's like you wonder where this anger comes from on the right wing sometimes, when some of us just want to find the people pushing this sentiment and hang them, which you were allowed to do back in the day. There was a time in any country, in any point in history, where if you were actively saying, fuck this country, I want it to fall, you would be hung.
Yeah.
The community, most of the community wants the country to do good. I hate this, man. It's making me angry.
Tell your mama, tell your friends that the Reaper is coming. Little by little, we solving this riddle. Our future is brittle. The Grim Reaper took my soul when the man who killed me was acquitted.
Of course a foreborn.
And by the way, the guy who killed you that was acquitted was probably black. So let's stop fucking pussyfooting around the real problem here, guy.
Nothing new, except for the facts that I've been telling you. I know the color of my skin reflects the moon, but doesn't reflect bullets, cause my melanin ain't Black Panther vibranium bulletproof.
Ew.
It's bad.
What
it's also
if I was to make a bunch of bad racial stereotypes and I add references to the Marvel universe?
But when I die, I still shout Wakanda forever, forever and ever.
Why
Amen.
come every time my people have to think of something great that we accomplish, we always keep going back to the same fictional country?
Wakanda isn't real.
Why do we always have to make up accomplishments? Because every time you see videos of me and my people, we are trying to build helicopters out of palm trees.
Because you're fucking retarded. Because you have 70 IQs. That's why.
Man, I watched a young black boy bleed out the scriptures his mama once whispered in his ear. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Then mama, why was the white man's cane able to beat me down and the life of my blood
You were
make
beaten.
no
You were beaten. I forgot how hard you had it. You were beaten.
Yeah, him purposely. This 19, 20-year-old man.
You've had it very tough in
Yeah.
your Abercrombie and Fitch fucking stupid sweatshirt.
sounds to heaven. While my blood danced and maneuvered through the cracks and pebbles on the ground as I watched lifelessly. What a sight to see.
So you gotta love that this again Canadian Broadcasting Network is actively promoting something that says North America will never be great again. So you're actively paying this organization for your own downfall.
Imagine
you're paying for them to shit on you.
Imagine creating the species, right, of people. Imagine being God and going, I'm going to create people in my image. I'm going to give them opposable thumbs. I'm going to give them this fucking urge inside of them that just makes them want to go to the fucking moon for no reason other than to see if they can do it. I'm going to give them greatness, right? But I'm going to create this horrible weakness inside of them, and that is that their own software is broken and that they're easily susceptible to just self-loathing. And then I'm going to set them out and see if anybody can defeat them. And clearly this is like this self-loathing white guilt fucking bullshit, man. I'm so sick of it.
My mama screaming in the streets, young black boys, please don't drive cars with your families. Rest in peace, Philando Castile. Young black boys, aim for the stars, but
okay,
don't...
so Philando Castile, horrible tragedy. You gonna bring up Chicago?
No. When they do it to them, when they kill each other, it's fine.
Baltimore?
Nope.
Detroit?
Nope.
Los Angeles?
Nope. Trayvon
San
Martin.
Francisco? San Diego?
Trayvon Martin.
Atlanta?
Nope.
Okay, so
Nope.
If Black Lives Matter, then why don't you get with your homeboys and tell them to cut the shit? If Black Lives Matter, why don't you go make a commercial with some some hip hop beats to it and go out there and make videos of you slam dunking basketballs and rap the message? Maybe that'll help. It's not going to help. You're murdering each other and also us. But we have to feel guilty for this. We have to be guilty about it. Holy shit, dude.
It's ridiculous.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Again, Canadian government paid for this, for them to talk shit to you and make sure all white people that are probably paying the most taxes to fund this are made to feel like shit and murderers. Where everyone's a murderer. All white people are murderers. All white people are terrible. America was never great and it'll never be great again because just because the places you guys came from were shitholes, please don't make this place a shithole.
Cut under them, that's when the police will beat you like Rodney King, cause at night is when men and officers turn beasts, but mama didn't.
How old are you when the Rodney King thing happened?
Yeah, because I was
there was a lot of stuff going around that time.
There was also the fact that you guys always like to avoid, which is the fact that Rodney King was a career criminal who had PCP on him at the time and was fighting the cops. They don't tell you that part. What about Reginald Denny, you fuck?
What about the LA riots?
Yeah, what about Reginald Denny? Nobody. Do I get to do a slam poem about Reginald Denny?
You know, getting caught at night now is obsolete, cause they can kill us in broad daylight with our hands behind our back, face down, constantly screaming, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa,
Oh,
hold
no,
on.
that's Eric.
What about all the fucking, forget adults, what about all the little kids in Chicago? And it happens a lot. They get caught in the crossfire of these shots. What about the drive-bys that happen all the time in Detroit and little black kids are being fucking killed? What about that?
Yeah.
What about that? Because there's way more of that going on than the I can't breathe.
You fucking...
Oh, fucking disingenuous horseshit.
Black people either are incapable of or refuse to police your own community. And you won't even take... Like, that's the thing, man. You'll sit there all day and night and piss and moan about the fucking... A couple of isolated incidents, a couple of scenarios where black people have been killed by police officers or whatever. But you guys refuse to self-police, to self-critique. You would never have the balls to go into your own community and tell them to fucking clean up their act.
of course not.
You know why? Because you'd get fucking shot.
No. Of course not.
You can go up to the Indians and the Chinese kids at your college that you're getting for free probably and shame them. You can go push around weak-ass white boys in college and tell them, shame them. But why don't you go into Chicago's South Side and tell them to cut the shit? You won't, because you would get shot in your face.
You know, it's funny because, you know, I'm Cuban, and a lot of times I get called a self-hating Cuban because I've always said this, like, when Cuban people do something embarrassing, it makes me madder than what anybody else does.
Of course.
Because I'm like, are you fucking serious? That's why I hate the new generation of Cubans. That's why I hate all the fucking, the old school Cubans should be Republicans. The new fucking generation, a bunch of fucking liberals. That's what's happening, you know? When they're out there, when you're in a Carnival cruise ship, as you brought up, because it's a perfect example, and you see a group of Cubans, because that's the only cruise we can afford, go, oh yeah, mommy, and just talking and being really disrespectful to women. And I'm talking like fucking horrendous. Like if it was your mom, you'd murder them. I'm like, I've told them, stop. You look retarded. This happens all the time. Imagine if instead of me getting mad at them, I get mad at the white girl that they're screaming at. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. It's them not realizing that if you really wanted to stop black people from dying, statistically, this isn't a racist point. Statistically speaking, black people kill more black people in North America, period. That's a fact. So if you wanted to stop happening, you have to go to ground zero. But nobody's going to want to go to ground zero. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to put it out there. And it's not even about getting shot. It's about because you could do this online. You don't have to go into the south side of Chicago. It's about the moment you do it, you're called an Uncle Cracker, an Uncle Tom.
Uncle Cracker.
Wow, Uncle Cracker.
Follow me until you. No, that wasn't him, right?
No, I think it was.
Was it?
Oh,
Okay.
now I got to find it. I don't know why Uncle Cracker. You
Won't
call.
find nobody quite like me. Yeah, I think that was Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker. Follow me. Yeah, Uncle Cracker. That's the number one that thing comes up. They call you an Uncle Tom and they shame you and they say you're not really black. You fucking wannabe. You're just an Oreo. And you don't. I cannot believe the Canadian government. I can't believe Canadians are allowing their government to make this propaganda. Look, I know that CNN is in the Democrats' pocket and everything's in the pocket, but the one thing I'll say is about here, they don't really have. There's not a British broadcasting or Canadian broadcast. It's independent companies that are fucking you, which is still fucked up. But imagine paying your tax dollars for them to come to you and tell you you're a piece of shit for being white. Forget what you guys did. All of you are responsible for what a few cops did. It's unbelievable. All right, I can't even play the rest of it because we already went overtime. I just realized we went overtime. Thank you guys for listening.
I Am the Highway says there's been 48 murders in Charlotte, North Carolina this year, all black on black. One cop killed a guy that was waving a gun around, and that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah. Enough. Thank you guys for listening. Nightwave tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there at 10.
10 o'clock and tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. every weekday at 10 a.m. is a Daywave Lab. I'm going to post a link in here for you. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, everybody. Let me make sure I got through all the super chats because I don't want to leave anybody out.
I love these people. You don't stand for the white race. This is how you spend your afternoons every day, is on YouTube fighting for the white race in chat rooms.
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
It's the most pathetic shit ever. Stop.
Filipino Shay, how about we talk about the Lord of Light and about how we need to set your kind ablaze at the stake, for the night is dark and full of faggots. When does the Vox and Amy sex tape drop? Good question. My daughter is a descendant of an atomic war veteran and has tumor bombs testing, and it was real fallout. A lot of families got really sick. JPC ROTC. This is why the Bible says women shouldn't teach. Winston T. Laws, he didn't say dad. He doesn't have one. Ra Zorel, wrath to normal people, lust to same. 3X, sloth, no sound effects, pride of being a sinner, greed, Jew, gluttony, fat bitch, envy to the true Christians. I have no idea what that meant. I'll read it because you paid, but I have no idea what that meant. Maybe I just activated a sleeper cell. Owen's Google PhD is clearly irradiated. Jolly Rogers bilge water. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back tomorrow. Revenge of the Sith.